Back on TYT Sports, kicking off, I think this is going up Wednesday morning. If not, I lied. Wednesday morning clip for you. Nerlens Noel is out of the 76ers rotation in a move that solves absolutely nothing. Also, Clint Capella is injured. Is Nerlens Noel going to go to the Houston Rockets? Maybe. Probably not. Also, Ben Simmons finally got a timetable. Mark Jackson breaking the news on ESPN during the broadcast of the 76ers game recently that he'll be back in January. He'll be back in February. Let's get to the Mark Jackson kind of quote that is at least the context of what Mark Jackson said. It's the only element for Mr. Benjamin Simmons. Now, typical, the Jones fractures take about 3 months to heal completely, which should have put Simmons back on the floor in January at some point. The reasons for the delay, according to Jackson's brief discussion in the conversation, was supposedly because the Sixers want to ensure he actually is at full strength before they debut him, which would make sense. Yes, it would. Look, the 76ers, there's a lot of sunlight finally poaching through the extreme cloudy environment that was Sam Hinkie and general management and what the hell was all the draft picks for and drafting Jahlil, Okafor, Noel, and Joel Embiid. Well, for one, Joel Embiid dropped 33 points and 10 rebounds. Jahlil Okafor is not a good basketball player, maybe in a different system, maybe in the mid-1990s when back-to-the-basket players were much more utilized. But today's over-athletic, play multiple positions, have to be able to pass as a big man, if not be a great rim protector. If you can't play offense that well, style of player, you're not going to be a great NBA player. It's pretty much as simple as that. And Noel, who... Weird. Noel played like 8 minutes recently, and now they're going to pretty much move him out of the rotation completely. He looks like he's finally going to be on the trade block, which, again, here's what the 76ers should do. 76ers should be trading both Okafor and Nerlens Noel, but they got to trade them for pieces or players, not draft picks. If you can get something, maybe a good shooter to go alongside Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons when he returns, hopefully healthy, and makes it to the rest of the year, well, then maybe you're going to get some pieces. But what you don't need is 3 bigs. It was the most awkward basketball I've ever seen was Noel. And it's not like the 7-footers could play point guard like Giannis Antetokounmpo can. So that would solve everything. Or, for fun, send Giannis to the 76ers and just have all guys above like 6'10", 6'11" playing on your team. That was a joke. Here's head coach Brett Brown's words. I think trying to force-feed 3 bigs in a game is unfair. Brown said Sunday before the Sixers faced the Nets. I intend on going with 2 of these 3 bigs tonight. Nerlens will be not one of those people that will be in rotation unless something happens with foul trouble. As you watched, foul trouble was not an issue. I think a lot of people know it was going to get to a point like this, Noel said. Now I'm the one that's in it, so I'm going to deal with it the best way possible. Brown repeated that it has zero to do with anything he said to the press. And also, in terms of this, lastly, comes from Brown again. We talked freely with the 76ers president of basketball operations, Brian Colangelo, staff owners, and we feel that 2 out of the 3 you can find ways to responsibly play without hurting the team. You can't. I don't think you can. I think that the entire landscape changes of the 76ers organization and what they're going to be putting on the court. When Ben Simmons, who's already been designated as the point guard, we weren't sure if he was going to play like point forward. He will be the point guard. He's got a tremendous talent in Joel Embiid. There is no jumping the gun when talking about what Joel Embiid's ceiling is. His ceiling is top 5 players in the NBA. That's what it is. That's what he's shown in his per 36 numbers, per 36-minute numbers. That's what he's shown as a big man across all aspects of the game. Now, that injuries in his past are always going to cloud the future, sticking with the weather references. No different than Steph Curry's ankles will always be a concern no matter what. You look at Joel Embiid, and yeah, I think his ceiling is a top 5 player in the NBA. I know, it's bold, it's out there. He's only played X amount of minutes. What about the wear and tear? What about this? Look at what you're watching. The guy is lights out from inside 6 feet. He's got beautiful post moves. He can play front and back to the basket. He's dominant first step off the block. He can pull every legend's moves as if he's been doing them his whole career. I've seen him do sky hooks. I've seen him do dream shakes. He's also the best at Instagram, and he geotags himself in places like barbecue chicken. Swear he did that. I'll show it to you. Most recently, he geotagged himself Pacific Ocean because he was reaching out for a ball that was going out of bounds. So with Simmons there, you could really run I mean, we don't know that much about, so we haven't seen him in the NBA just yet, but we know Simmons is a tremendous rebounder and a tremendous passer. You're talking one more piece. You're talking one shooter. One guy who can put the ball in the basket in the very sense of the 2010s basketball, a three-point, long-range type of guy who's a pure scorer. And please don't say Rudy Gay. Please don't say Rudy Gay. My God. So Noel could be on the move. Clint Capella's injury for the Rockets makes it interesting, although I've heard rumors, too, that the Raptors are looking at Nerlens Noel. I've only heard the rumors. I got to backlink and check some of those sources because, as we talked about, like with the Klay Thompson trade rumors, some of these rumors come from realamericanNBArumors.net. It's not, obviously it's not. I just made it up. Those of you who want to know, that's Edwin. You can't see him, but he exists. It's not like I just talked to nobody in the studio. Jabari's in there too. Remember, Jacorey. Jacorey, or however the fuck you spell it, is spelled Jacorey. What's amazing, Jacorey, by the way, is that recently in the comments section, I had somebody say, Glorious Jacorius is the man, and spelt Glorious Jacorius correctly. And then the same person, I think, tweeted at me, or at least it came from a very similar username, Jakari. I don't know how. Jacorius is not even a word. It's not. It's. You guys amaze me in the comments section. Also, some very random, but somebody recently left like 17 Zlatan, like, I know, world football Zlatan has comments like, when Zlatan crosses the street, the cars look both ways. It makes me laugh. All right, sorry, comment section's fun. So like, favorite, subscribe to the video, comment, all the good stuff. We need it for you guys. Again, as you know, we have some fun guests coming up before I wrap this up. Brett Ehrlich's going to be on tomorrow's show, which you might be watching these all at different times anyway, but Brett's going to be on, Andre's going to be on, Jacques Slade, a.k.a. Cousteau, is going to be on. So we have a lot of fun people coming up to round out the new year and the New Year's coverage and all that stuff. So we'll see you next time.
Hey, man, this is Bart. Comment section. Where's the love?
Where's the love?
I'm
Sorry,
like feeling
Bart,
the love.
your name isn't hard to spell.